I want to mention that we're low on power. We are living off grid and we've had a rainy day, so we didn't get to replenish our electric supply. So this could be a very short video. I want to make a very interesting syn- synchronistic uh, point today's about the timeline. November 22nd was the assassination in 1963. JFK was, for all effective purposes, from our understanding as the public, was assassinated. The president of the United States was assassinated. I know all the details. It was engraved into our hearts. This whole narrative that's apparently just a total phony narrative, but that's not what this video is about. What this video is about, let me get the chat. And if you're out there, just say hi, because I don't know. I'm hoping that I'm on now. We I am on. Okay. So we've been trying to connect again. We have low battery, so it's not going to be a long video. But in 1963, from our eyes, from the public eyes, hey, Rumpelstiltskin, good to see you. From our eyes, the president of the United States, JFK, was killed. I remember exactly where I was. I remember the corridor I was standing in at school when I heard the news, and I cried. Hey, Ian Bell. So 1963, just picture that, 1963. Now remember, Kennedy went against the deep state. He wanted to institute money that was backed by silver and essentially in gold. And the deep state was against. I think in 1963 they came out with the last silver. I remember buying a silver set of coins. At any rate, in 1963, from our eyes, from the public eyes, JFK was assassinated. It was a terrible tragedy. I remember where I was. I cried. I was either I must have been, let's see, November. I was probably uh, 8. I was still 8 or 9, whatever. You remember the day too. I remember exactly where I was. I remember the corridor in the schoolroom, in the school building where I was standing. I remember the view, thinking outside and just being horrified. It was a horrifying moment. Thank you, Devorah. So now that was 1963. Now, 63 years later to the day, November 22nd, which is tomorrow, the federal banking system is basically going to be neutralized. And from my understanding, the arrests will begin. In other words, the arrests, the tribunals, these things will occur shortly in the public eye. I think they've been happening behind the scenes. But this is, and also I saw in Paul White Golden Eagle, he posted a thing of the Schumann residence. There's like a black line, a black rectangle, like a void in this Schumann residence to allow for this timeline shift. Because what we are essentially doing is correcting the mistake that happened in 1963, which was that the deep state took over. Remember, they've been taking over for a long time. Most notably, we know 1913, 1871. These creepazoid fiends, banksters, gangsters, cartel, all criminal elements, the Satanists, really the Satanists on the planet have been taking over for a long time. That's why this operation is taking a long time, because the swamp is deep and wide, and they need to drain every bit of the swamp. It all has to come down. The whole stinking temple will come down upon your head. So this is an unbelievable thing to understand, that we kind of go through our lives thinking that everything is sort of a haphazard. This happens and that happens, and we don't really know why. But this was a controlled demolition that I believe started in 1963 by the Army of Virginia, which, from my knowledge, is Q. It's an intelligence operation called the Army of Virginia. And we have a friend coming to the channel who is involved in the reestablishing of the republic. That's going to be an interesting interview coming soon. However, if you've been waiting for something to happen, you're not really looking hard enough. But if you understand that things are happening really quick now, where they called out those 5 or 6 congressmen that were former intelligence agents and military people that were telling the military not to obey Donald Trump, not to obey things that are not legal, as if the president would do this. I also want to mention as a side point, and I'm kind of repeating myself because I had to go through this and I wasn't on yet, that Ma'am Danny, like John Fetterman, like possibly Mohammed Ben Salman, who was saved by Trump from the Las Vegas shooting. Remember, there's a country music festival in Las Vegas, and there was like 40 people reportedly killed, and Mohammed Ben Salman was supposed to be taken out, but President Trump, or Trump at the time, saved his life somehow, and there he is forever indebted. So Saudi Arabia was the first place that the deep state was completely annihilated. They took out all these evil princes. They called it the bloody wonderland. Hillary Clinton, was hanging out there. They were responsible for a lot of this pedophilia, and it was this segment of this illicit structure in Saudi Arabia was taking out in 2017, when you and I were just beginning to read Q posts, and we thought it was going to happen in the United States. It is going to happen in the United States, and from my mind, starting tomorrow. It's already started. You see with these congressmen bad mouthing, saying go against the president's regulations, that the traitors are coming to the surface, and the tribunals will be public soon. I think they've been going on in Gitmo and the like, but it will become public soon. In other words, what happened in Saudi Arabia in 2017 to 2019 will begin here, and that the public will understand that these Satanists have been running the world, doing all kinds of horrific things, chemtrails, poisoning our medicine, producing autistic children through vaccinations and Tylenol. All these things will be coming to the surface, and we will be launching into this state of cleansing, of deep cleansing and public cleansing, in order to affect a timeline shift, in order to affect the awareness of collective consciousness as to what has been going on. This is the big reveal that's going on. This is a huge event. What's going on tomorrow? And by the way, will XRP go to $1,000 tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know, but it could. It could go at any time. There's no reason why XRP is trading at $2. It's just that they are holding it back. Some force is holding it back. Will it go to the moon tomorrow? I personally don't think so. I think it's going to have to be a gentle kind of thing. Everything is a huge lie, even the world we live in. Yeah. Right. We got that, Grandpa. 778. Yeah. We're old timers here, man. Remember, this is a channel of people who have been, absorbing and doing their own research for, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Was it 9 years already? 2017. Yeah, it's like 9 years. We all, on this channel, everything is. It's pretty well established. Everyone knows that everything is a lie. The pharmaceuticals, the medical practice, the legal system is a foreign entity. The straw man, everything part of our lives is an absolute lie. So most people here probably understand that. So that's the difference probably between this community and other communities. You need to watch Shmuel Perez. He's live right now. Yeah, I would like to see what he's up to also. I used to do interviews with him, and I think highly of him. But I don't have a lot of power in the RV, so I don't want to make this a very long video. I just want to make everyone aware that we are coming into a huge timeline shift, and nothing will ever be the same. Like Grandpa says, everything's been a lie. We're coming into a reset of that lie. Whether President Trump and Baron Trump are time travelers, Elon Musk, that's something for the historians to deal with. But we are coming into a correction. Somebody or some, or the force or whatever understood that the world was going to hell in a handbasket. We would all be in FEMA camps after we refused to get vaccinated. This didn't happen. They came in. Enough of us were here to enough of us, and I believe that that time, meaning that collective consciousness, depends on the aware humans affect the actual things, not the other way around. It's not like we're affected by what occurs. It is that we are the manifestors, and we effectively agree to a certain narrative, and then the narrative takes place, or it happens together. I mean, you can't necessarily separate time from space, but the lights are coming on at midnight, right? That's midnight of tonight. Yeah, from was it 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. The banks will be blacked out, but happy days are here again. I think so. I think it's just going to be an amazing a new timeline. I'm going to go to the thought stream just a little bit, just to show a few quick stories. Like I said, we don't have much power. Hopefully, once the sun returns. I mean, this is very new to us. We haven't had this much rain in Arizona. Thanks, Laura Smith. You agree? Yeah. We are the remnant. Yeah, we are the sharim. That means in Hebrew, that means the remnants of, but our conscious, our collective ability to piece together a narrative that makes sense is what's propelling us into a timeline shift, into a new timeline where things are going to be amazing. We're going to have our own money. We're going to have our own time back. We're not going to be fooled by these satanic gangsters anymore. So this is a great time to be alive. It's going to be exciting. And plus, add to the fact that we are we have been through this, so we will remember the old days, the new ones who come, the children, and there will be a population explosion, by the way. But the population explosion, the new people, the new beings that come here will not have gone through the experience that you and I have shared. So we have a certain status, perhaps a certain leg up on understanding the nature of the new reality, perhaps. Hey, Cherry Lane. Thanks. Yeah, I'm back. I think my friend Binay from Nepal saved one of my channels, because they took all my other channels. Or I've asked them to reestablish them, and they say no, you're not coming back. But somehow this channel survived, and a lot of the channel I don't really recognize. So somebody else had their hand in it. They were my videos, but I think it was probably Benet or somebody working with Benet that kept this channel alive. And so I'm just hopping back on. But did you watch Trump? I did watch Trump, and well, I'm going to call him now, Mam Danny, because I believe, Rob G. I believe that he has been either replaced, or he was a plant, just like uh, I think Mohammed bin Salman. I don't know to what degree. I also think that this Fetterman was replaced by, or he was a deep state. He was a white hat plant. We don't know, but it just seemed like they were so at ease with each other. It was all the issues, all the bad words we want to throw at each other. He called Trump a fascist, and we call him a a communist and a Muslim terrorist and all this other stuff. But it in the light of economics, really, and that is Trump's magic sword. His magic sword is not that he fixes the conflict from on the level of the emotional anger and angst and um, hatred for each other. He goes above that, and this is brilliant. He's a genius, but he goes above and he goes said, "Well, look, India, Pakistan, you guys want to make a living, you want to do deals with us, you got to stop fighting." I mean, this is such a brilliant tactic. And with Daniel as well, he's saying, "Listen, I want to see New York prosper. New York's been going down the tubes." So they go to a higher level, and this is just so brilliant. And this is what Trump is doing here, and we're all now really ascending to a higher level of consciousness, where people will be valued and people will have what they need to survive and flourish. In my opinion, it's going to be amazing. The board the board of peace. That's Nassara. Yeah, the board of peace. Right. That makes sense. Yeah, I like that. Common ground. Yeah, common ground above. But the idea from a mystical point of view is that if you have a conflict on this level, you just go to the higher level, and in the higher level, there's no conflict, because the higher level, in a higher level, both good and bad, or yes and no, can occur in the same space. Like, if you think something, you can think of two outcomes in your mind, but when it comes to action, you only can do one. So on the higher level, which thinking is kind of a higher level in a sense than action, two thoughts that are completely antagonistic to each other can exist in the same way. But in the action world of action, even though the mystics say that the world of action is where the rubber meets the road, and that's the highest level of spirituality in a sense as well. The two other channels with your picture, they had low subscribers, right? Total of 3 years. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had 14 channels. I tried channels and they kept taking me down. They kept, because I would mention the this thing, remember, and they just took me down. And somehow this channel came back. I had channels with more subscribers, but Lone Wolf, do you follow MM? I'm not sure who Lone Wolf and MM is, but apparently there's a thought stream on YouTube that goes on that I'm not able to see. Yeah, we're doing well. We've changed our lives. We moved from New York. We bought a nice piece of land in the Mojave Desert in the mountains, and we are making a go of it. We live in an RV right now, but we have built a structure around ourselves. We're working on finishing and enclosing some kind of a house structure, and we've been doing good. You're not aware of MM. I don't know what MM means. You've been a while since. Yeah. Thank you so much, encapsulating stellar. Yes. So God wanted you back. Yeah. Fauci with an ouchie, right? Yeah. You guys remember all that good stuff. It's been a trip. I've been on X the whole time. I have 16,000 subscribers. It was a very hard deal, and you can't get. I have not been able to get monetized since I lost my big channel years ago. But we've been getting by. We sell, and I'm just gonna do this just to introduce you to the we sell these LifeWave patches. I'm just gonna play you. Let me just do. How are we doing with power, baby? 17%. So it went down. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, in the interest of us having electricity tonight, I'll probably make this short. You've seen Mountain Men, the Mountain Man channel, yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. Well, the part of my youth, I think it has to do with the LifeWave patches. So let me just go to that. Okay. Well, I want to introduce you guys to the LifeWave patches. I think it's an incredible technology. It does not put anything in your body. They're like little band-aids. You stick them on your skin. They reflect your own infrared light back into your body, and they produce copper peptides, which in turn promote healing in a grand way, and it's just an amazing technology. So I'm just going to play you a clip. I'm hoping that some people on the channel will buy it. Even better if you want to share it with other people. But let me give you the contact information first. This is Dr. Stacy. She works with me. You can call Dr. Stacy and order these LifeWave patches. It's a tremendous support for Daniela and I. We survive off the income that we get. It's like a weekly income, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's better. But this is a tremendous technology that will keep you young. So call Dr. Stacy. She's quick, she's fast. She'll get you signed up in 2 minutes. You'll have the LifeWave patches delivered to your door. It's 812-455-6897. I like all the LifeWave patches. There are quite a few of them, but primarily the one that I use religiously is X39. Sounds like XRP, right? X39. X39 resets your stem cells, which basically keep you young. They activate a certain copper peptide within your body just through light technology. This is quantum technology. Activates a certain peptide that induces your body to produce stem cells. And some people feel the healing power of these patches right away. Some people for me, it took really 2 years for me to realize that, well, wait a minute, I don't nap anymore. I don't have any aches and pains. I am, and I'm 70 years old and I'm building a house in the Mojave Desert. I'm very active, very active. So I highly recommend that everyone get on the bandwagon and just at least try X39. They have other patches. Remember, this was designed for the Navy SEALs to help the Navy SEALs with their lifestyle. There's an energy patch that was designed specifically for the Navy SEALs. This has been a technology that's been in effect for 20 years. They have all kinds of clinical studies. It's not just airy fairy nonsense. And if you're taking any medications from the Rockefeller uh, network of things, I don't want to go into it. I mean, I don't know if I'm safe on YouTube or not, but at any rate, medicine that's not necessarily so good for you. That's my opinion. I don't know if that'll make it through but this is something that really heals you. It not just deals with symptoms. It really goes to the root causes. And there are all kinds of different patches. I recommend starting with X39. If you have endocrine issues, XSP6 is very effective. X49 is effective if you want to help with your body with muscle mass and that kind of thing. There's a whole host of patches. There's a aloe vera, which basically cleanses your pineal gland. It helps you sleep at night. There's silent nights if you're having trouble sleeping. There's the ice wave. If you're taking Tylenol and you want to get off Tylenol for pain, the ice wave patch is a very good thing to have in your medicine cabinet because the ice wave patch is instant and very effective. So let me just play a quick clip from one of the people involved with this. Let's see. What happened to it? Screenshot. Facebook. It's on Facebook. Okay.
Body to regenerate 8.5 years. That's right. They did experiments with this tech and with 16 people, and out of the 16, 15 of them had their telomeres grow back in length. What does that mean? You have chromosomes in your body that are responsible for cell division. When you have cell division, then that keeps your body fresh. It causes you to rejuvenate. It fights aging and disease. As your cells healthily divide, it causes your body to regenerate itself. But every time that happens, the caps on the chromosomes, called a telomere, it's kind of like the protective little end of a shoelace, get shorter and shorter until they get so short they can't divide anymore. And that's when aging happens, disease happens, pain happens, all kinds of sicknesses and illnesses happen. But if your telomeres were able to grow back, then your body would not only be able to heal itself, but also to regenerate and rejuvenate. They tested people's telomeres both before and after the use of this technology for 6 months, and they had lengthened back again, causing the body to revert in age by 8.5 years. Okay, below is an email that you can email.
Okay, so that's the LifeWave technology. We appreciate anyone who signs up. You're helping to support the channel. We don't get any money from any of these channels from YouTube or X or anything like that. So we really appreciate it. Okay, so that's a side point. I'm just going to run through just a minute of the thought stream, just to give you guys an idea of what's going out there, and just to familiarize also myself with this tech, with the restream technology that I'm using now. Let's see. Uh, yeah. Okay. So let's go look at some of these posts. Uh, uh, okay, that's a very timely and important question. The date you mentioned, November 22nd, is a critical global milestone in the migration of the ISO 222 financial messaging standard. This event marks the end of the coexistence period and the shift from the old system to the new one, primarily affecting cross-border payments within the banking system. Here is a breakdown of what will happen and the practical differences it will make. What is ISO 222? ISO 222 is a universal language for financial messaging that replaces the decades old restrictive SWIFT messaging type format. Think of it as an upgrade from a very basic old text message to a rich, structured email. Okay, let's stop this and just go through a couple of things. This is John Fetterman. I do not believe that's the same guy, or else he was a plant. What will happen in the next 24 hours will shock the world. Stay on your feet. Let me just see another black spike. Right. Here's the thing about the timeline shift. If you look at this, let's see where it is. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, you see this. This is a timeline. Let me just see if I can do this. This is a like a timeline opening for this timeline shift that is taking place. Let me just see if I can scroll with this. No, I can't. I have to go back. Okay, so let me go back. And there are a couple other really cool stories coming out. Let's see. Right. Or Q alerts? No. Right. Okay. So we'll go here. There's the timeline spike, the bring it on off. We're coming into this. Wait a minute. This is not my. Let me go back to here. uh, Mandami has always been Trump's guy. Did Trump beat them at their own game, or did Trump quickly flip him? Or did he just make the spotlight on him that much bigger? There is no difference in party. There's no difference in anything. That's a quote from them talking. The storm has arrived. Let me read this. A year to remember, the calm before the storm. Happy Friday, Patriots. The coming weeks are going to be awesome. Expect fireworks. The stage is set. The players are in place, and the final act is about to begin. The deep state is cornered, and they know it. Their desperation is palpable, and it won't save them from the judgment that is coming. The people are waking up, and the truth is spreading like wildfire. As we move forward, remember to stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay united. The deep state will try to divide us, to distract us, and to deceive us, but we are stronger together, and we will not be swayed. This is our time, our moment to reclaim the world and restore it to its former glory. The fireworks are just the beginning. The real show is yet to come, and it's going to be spectacular. Keep your eyes open and your ears to the ground in the coming weeks. The truth is out there, and it's coming to light. The deep state is crumbling, and their desperate attempts to hold on to power are failing. Many people are awake and ready to reclaim their countries. The deep state plans are unraveling, and the future is ours for the taking. This is the dawn of a new era, an era of truth, justice, and freedom. The deep state is on the run, and their time is up. The fireworks are just the beginning. The real battle is about to start, and we're ready for it. So hold on tight, Patriots. The time ahead is going to be one for the history books. Expect fireworks and get ready for the truth to be revealed. The storm is coming, and nothing can stop it. So we are coming into an electrifying time, a period of tremendous prosperity and love, new relationships, lots of babies are coming. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to play a song. Does anyone have any particular song? There are like 3 songs that I recently published or produced in Nashville. Hello, Banana. Great to see you again on YouTube. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's great to see everybody here. It's really great to be back. But I never left, really. I mean, I've been doing this on X. I've been doing it on Rumble the whole time. But now I'm on Restream. I'm just hoping they'll figure out a way to connect me to X. The anniversary of Jay is also tomorrow, right? The White Hats are using this date. Yeah, that's the whole point of this whole video is that November 22nd. Also, D5 is coming up, but November 22nd represents a timeline shift from 1963 when the assassination took place. 63 years later to the day, we are about to experience a tremendous reversal in our fortune, in the end of the federal banking system and the beginning of really the new golden age. Hey, Fanny Lee. So you from the new era, Earth 2.0, the Matrix. Okay, so let's do the Matrix, and then I'm sorry about I will do longer videos when the sun is shining out here. Right now, we have to do what we can do. Okay, here we go.
Living in the city, I was paying down my bills. One flat tire and the whole thing went to hell. Credit cards for groceries, I'm deep in debt again. It's time to split this scene, walk with you, my friend. Leaving the Matrix, heading for the promised land. They stole our money, but they couldn't stop the plan. Let's go together, playing with the band. Leaving the Matrix, we're heading for the promised land. Stopped paying taxes, your insurance I don't need. The medicines are killing us, hospitals grow like weeds. Move into paradise, I don't need no gassy cars. Fake news, endless wars, a satanic legal bar. Leaving the Matrix, heading for the promised land. They stole our money, but they couldn't stop the plan. Let's go together, playing with the band. Leaving the Matrix, heading for the promised land. My friends all tell me I lost control. Left my wife and job just to run down rabbit holes. But I can tell you one thing about my fall. Where we go one, we go all. Leaving the Matrix, heading for the promised land. They stole our money, but they couldn't stop the plan. leaving the matrix, heading for the promised land. Leaving the matrix, we're heading for the promised land.
Yeah, I just want to share one last story, and then we'll call it a day. We do take Saturday off. That's our day not to broadcast, and then we'll be back on Sunday. Hopefully, we'll have some sunshine. And we can go a lot longer, but it's great to be back. Thanks, Mary Coleman, and everybody else for coming back and supporting us. Thank you if you're interested in the Lifeway Patch. We just to thank you ahead of time. We really appreciate it, and it's a great way to heal yourself. It's amazing. It's not like you're putting anything into your body. You're reflecting the light that comes from your body back into your body and letting your body heal itself. It's amazing. X39 is my favorite because it resets it stimulates stem cell production. I just wanted to just say this amazing story that just happened to us. I mean, it's a little thing, but this is a big thing. We've been wanting to buy. We have like one of those big gas tanks here, like a propane tank. It's a 100-pound propane tank, and I have to carry, I have to make it work. I have to like move it around by myself, but that's another story. We Yesterday we went into town. We had to decide between kind of like whether we would buy new windows for the house or a new tank, and I was like, no, we're going to get a new tank. So we got a second tank, and a second big gas tank. I mean, we are miles from the road. We are really we're up in the mountains, and it takes us like 45 minutes to get down to the highway. I mean, and treacherous mountainous roads, especially when it's raining. However, so yesterday we got a filled tank of gas. It's just unbelievable to me. So I'm cooking. We're cooking inside today because because it's raining, and the gas went out. I was like, holy moly, man! Look at this, Daniela. The exact day we went yesterday. We've been wanting to get a second tank for months, just as like to have a backup, because if you lose your propane, you lose your heat. That's how this system is. We still have electric when it's the sun is shining, but to the day. So I just said, okay, no problem. I went out to the truck. I took the tank off, dragged it over, and hooked up the new tank, and we still have gas. But this is the idea that we think of things happening kind of, haphazard. That's what the Satanists have led us to believe, that everything is sort of separate, that your life and my life and this happens and that happens. But no, there is a cohesive whole, and there is a collective consciousness which you really more than anyone represent. You in this thought stream, and if you're attracted to this channel, you are the one. You are Neo. You are creating the future. You are the savior of humanity, just by your knowledge, just by your understanding, just by your thoughts. So may the force be with you. We'll see you. And again, I'm so nice to be back. We'll see. I was shocked. I was like, wow, there's a channel with 10,000 subscribers on it, man. I mean, because I had been like working up from like 0, getting up to 100, getting up to 1,000, getting 2,000, then they would take down my whole channel. So this is just like, let's hope this, if not, that I am on X. At X, I am eWebstar13. On Rumble, I am Kabbalah Guru with a K. And here I am on YouTube, I am Eliwe, Eliwe. So hang with the family, man. We'll hopefully we won't get canceled again, but it's been real, man. So may the force be with you. May you realize, and I'm not just saying this, may you realize that you are the force. You are the one. You are the savior of humanity. May source be with you. May you realize that you are the creative source itself. You don't need to go through any, channels. You don't need anyone's approval. You're already there. So again, thank you so much for being here. And let's get out there with a big smile on our face and rock the world. see if I can figure this part out. Yesterday I had a hard time finding out how to get out of here. How do I turn this off? Let's see, live. Must be a way out. Record. End stream. There we go. Okay, have a